upset with what I saw at the GOP meeting the other day. They had a list just of Gem State conservatives. They only allowed those people to attend as delegates to the state convention. They finally allowed last 6 positions on the alternate delegate to be from the old guard. So I feel it's like a takeover. So I think that it's going to be important if we're going to get along together and to progress on the Republican agenda, assuming that they can do that, for us to come together. The first thing that really irritated me was the very first thing they did was to eliminate the bylaws. And I think, how can they do that? There was no discussion. It was just done. And why would they be allowed to do that? It's totally against rules. If you don't have bylaws, then how do you have a club?
I just want to talk about what I see happening locally with our Bonneville County Republican Central Committee. I served for 4 years as a precinct committee officer, and in my 4 years, I found the committee to be very reasonable. Nick Contos was the chairman, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. He chaired that committee appropriately. He allowed everyone the opportunity to speak their mind. There was no force ever exerted upon myself as to how I should vote. Not by him, not by any of the other members of the executive committee. Now, unfortunately, I have seen some of the things that have gone on with the new Bonneville County Republican Central Committee. And I can't say that I see the same thing happening where people are allowed to speak their mind freely. I see a lot of pull in certain directions by outside forces, people who want to see politics go a certain way in this part of Idaho, and they will go to any lengths and any measures to make sure that people are in the right places. So that they can have their will done, kind of like a puppet master, kind of like somebody pulling the strings to make sure that they can retain the power that they've come into. And I feel like that's not why we get involved in politics. That's not why we get involved with local political parties. I got involved because I didn't like what was going on with COVID 4 years ago, and I wanted to find a way that I could actively work with people who either felt the same way as I did or didn't, and I could try to persuade them. I don't feel like that same spirit is pervading the new Bonneville County Central Committee. I feel like they're all in lockstep trying to answer to somebody or somebodies that are pulling their strings.